So about 4 years ago, almost to the day, I quit my job. I was working at a publishing company, and I decided, hey, I want to do something with plants. It's this thing I love full time. That's what I want to do. And so I quit my job, moved out of a place. I moved into here with some friends. It was a bare patch of dirt, and started to transform it. I started to write on the Epic Gardening blog and put videos out and do all sorts of things, just trying to share the joy of growing your own food, growing plants, and just reconnecting back to nature. I did not know where it was going to take me. I certainly didn't even think that I'd have a garden that looked like this. And even as I look at it, I see so many things that I want to improve. But one of the things that I didn't know for sure is how many of all of you would be watching the journey. It just blows my mind still to this day how many of you are watching. And so what I wanted to do today is take you on a really exciting journey and actually show you the future of Epic Gardening. Welcome to the future of Epic Gardening, the Epic Urban Homestead. So I did it, guys. I bought a home here, still in San Diego, still in Zone 10B, but with a whole lot more space. So without further ado, I'm gonna pop behind the camera and just take you guys on a tour of a truly blank canvas. Okay, the first thing to talk about is the front yard. We're sitting on almost a third of an acre lot here, and we've got quite the amount of space right here. So what I'm thinking is, don't think that I'm ever gonna forget about small space gardening, guys. So this section right here, from where this gate is to right about here or so, it's gonna come out, and this is gonna be the Epic Garden, the one that you guys all know and love, the front yard garden that showcases a lot of small space gardening techniques. That's where this is gonna be. But then as I move this way, I start to get overwhelmed because, boom, I mean, there's just so much going on here. First of all, it's really nice to know that we have some edibles here on the property already. So I've got citrus right here. It's already fruiting. Some's actually been dropping to the ground and rotting, so I'm gonna start collecting that. But it's nice to have an existing citrus on the property. But what's even more special, and I think you guys will really appreciate this, is the tree right here is a loquat tree. Now it's past ripe. You can see up here, some of these are kind of rotting, so we've passed our ripeness point, but we have actually two huge loquat trees here that I'm going to need to do some serious pruning on. But what an omen, because loquat, the tree that's in the front yard right now at my old place, absolutely delicious, and just feels like a really cool surprise. So as we go around here, we get into the backyard, and you can see the people who flipped this house or remodeled it or whatever just laid down maybe an inch or two of mulch, but we're gonna have to fix that pretty quickly, and I'll talk about that. But as we go back here, they didn't touch this, and so we have foxtail barley like you wouldn't believe back here. So I'm gonna have to do a lot of rehabilitation on this soil. I can only imagine how much. But look, the property line goes all the way out to there. And then right here, I'm not sure what this tree is, but I'm pretty sure right here I have a walnut. And correct me if I'm wrong, because I haven't actually seen one this young before, but I think I have a walnut right here. And then over here, a little apricot tree on the property. So I do have some fruit trees. There's another one right there that I've yet to ID. Now what's really interesting is what is going on in here. This shed, it's on these pier and beam style, post and beam style foundation right here, but it's really kind of odd. Let me show it to you. First of all, it doesn't open that well, but second of all, look how small it is. And when I say small, I mean it's really not that tall. I mean, I'm a pretty tall guy, but I barely fit in this thing. So I'm not really sure what this used to be used for. It has these funky windows here that kind of come down like this to provide a little bit of breeze. Maybe this was a storage room. Maybe this was like a kid's playroom. Couldn't say. So it is wired up for electricity, but the electricity doesn't work because it's not connected to the panel. Again, it's pretty small and it's in a funky area of the yard, just layout wise. So I'm really curious. I mean, I've thought about converting it into a chicken coop. I've thought about turning it into like a little storage shed or a sort of outdoor pantry of sorts or something like that. But let me know in the comments what you think I should do with it. I'm actually leaning towards tearing it down and repurposing it for scraps. I've got a little one-car garage here that I think I'm probably gonna turn into a bit of a workshop. Put some tool stuff here, and then I've got a little ventilation thing here, which I can kind of look out on the back side of the property. This is where I'm building most of my new gardening projects, compost bins, etc. So as we're here in the back patio awning, I've got a little wash bin here, but whoever remodeled this place didn't really do a great job. It's kind of shoddy and there's not really great plumbing down here. But I'm thinking right here is gonna be the wash zone for all the produce that's coming out, working out all of that dirt, all those bugs, etc. And so I'm probably gonna end up redoing that, but then let's take another look back here. See how the shed is just kind of hanging out right in the middle of this backspace? And this is really the only space that's shaded out because of these trees. Everything else gets full sun throughout the entire day because that's west, that's south, and that's north. And so this whole yard is facing effectively south because it's so wide open. Here's something that's kind of cool. As you are working in the kitchen, washing some produce, having breakfast, whatever, I could put a little breakfast nook here and just look back out over the entire garden. So similarly out here, when you look out of the very front window of the home, you can see this segment right in front of this little porch. And that's the way I wanted it. I wanted it to be where I could walk out just like this and then immediately come in right here and just boom, I'm in the garden in 5 seconds, just absolutely having a blast. So there's quite a bit of space here at the new Epic homestead. The funny part is the section that I just showed you about where the Epic garden will go, the new one, it's actually bigger already than the current Epic garden that I have at my old place that you saw at the beginning of the video. And then there's all the rest of this space here. So if you have things that you want me to focus on, drop them down in the comments, because I know many of you are growing in spaces that are even bigger than this one, let alone much bigger than my original space. Some things I'm thinking about. Number one, it seems to make sense to do a miniature orchard, or perhaps even a pretty sizable orchard of 25 to 35 trees, and somewhere over there makes sense because we already have a couple trees over there. Seems like the logical place to put it. I'm going to be doing chickens, so I'm probably going to be doing a mobile chicken tractor of some sort so I can keep moving it and rehabilitate all that land in the backyard that probably is in need of some hefty rehabilitation. I'm building what I'm gonna probably call my inputs section to the garden. So it'll not only be a 3-bin compost system, but I'm gonna be doing a leaf mold collector. I'm gonna be doing some Korean natural farming style inputs as well. So as much that I can generate on this property, I will be generating on this property. And so that's some of the stuff that's running through my head. There's a lot more that's running through my head. And for other things that are a little bit adjacent to gardening, so like preserving foods, drying foods, cooking stuff, more homesteady type content. I just started a second channel called Epic Urban Homestead that will talk a lot more about that. So if you're interested in that side of things, go ahead and subscribe there. If you're interested in larger scale gardening stuff, as well as some small scale, then stay right here. And until next time, guys, good luck in the garden. Keep growing. I'm super excited for this journey, and I can't wait to go on it with you.